Dang, looks like you are pretty far along. Not very far actually. I only just started in July. There's a lot to go, but I am making progress. So, reminds me a little of GTA. Well, that's actually a little bit ironic. Is that the word or? But anyway, this game is basically me trying to rebuild the phenomenon that is FiveM and San Andreas multiplayer. How those games turn out. Role play, police. You can either be a police officer, a criminal. You can be a truck driver. A warehouse worker. All that type of stuff. Pretty much everything that is FiveM, I'm trying to build into this game. And believe it or not, it's a phenomenon. It's not an idea that these AAA developers sort of come up with. It's actually something that these AAA games turned out to be, which is technically a phenomenon. And believe it or not, no AAA studio on the planet has taken advantage of this yet. They have not clicked on yet that this is probably the best way you can build a game. Is because it ends up building a community, and those communities can have, server owners can hire admins, and then admins can hire helpers. Those admins can ban hackers. There's also going to be anti-cheats so if the anti-cheat doesn't catch the hacker, all the online admins are going to get alerts from the anti-cheat to then spectate that player and then ban them accordingly. So that's my idea. Everything in my life that I've succeeded at, I haven't quite succeeded very much with this channel, but I have other channels that I get paid for. I've succeeded. I've gone viral multiple times in my life, 5 times I think. Even for rap music, I used to be a rapper. So this is something, and all my success has something to do with pioneering in some way, shape, or form. And this is me pioneering this genre into the gaming industry to sort of give everybody an example of what these games need to be like, and how successful they're going to be. So what's the word? The only way this is going to work is if we create a very good community-based system that turns, because if you look at FiveM, San Andreas multiplayer, the communities are massive. They're really good communities. And that's pretty much what I want to bring over to this game. So that's the idea. Right now, the game is codenamed RP Project. There is an actual name for the game, but I'm yet to announce it. I actually want to announce it after I've registered a gaming studio and legally registered the name for the game. Because I'm not going to do a day after tomorrow and then make up a name, not register it, and then all of a sudden, yeah. And yes, and another thing I might give you a little bit of a sneak peek, or a potential of what the future of this game is going to be. There's going to be three versions of this game. There's going to be the role play based aspect, which is going to be in North Carolina, based in Justice County. But then there's going to be either DLCs or two separate versions of the game. One's going to be a zombie outbreak. So it's going to be the exact same game, but there's going to be a zombie outbreak, where it's now a survival game mode where there's NPC AI zombies running around everywhere. You've got inventories. You've got all those extra special perks for survival. We're going to introduce health and hunger for that. That's going to be one DLC or one extra part of the game. The other one is going to be a civil war based version where the government's gone tyrannized and the people are sort of fighting against the government in a military setting. So those are the ideas. I shouldn't have told you that right now, but those are the ideas that we got going. But anyway, those are the plans for the game. We only started in July this year. We're only about 2 months into the development, but there's a lot to go. I've been developing San Andreas multiplayer servers very extensively, very heavily for over 14 years. So I'm very seasoned in programming, especially in these types of games. Some of my famous popular servers was a cops and robbers server. My latest release, which is not as popular, it didn't go online. It was something that I just released to the public, which was a Department of Justice roleplay game. And I've also created a zombie game, which was fairly popular. It had over 50,000 lines of code and, or 48,000 lines of code and over 180,000 registered users. So I do have somewhat of a qualification to be able to be able to achieve this game. And I'm going to get more into that detail with the next video I'm going to make. It's going to be me explaining why I'm building this game, and like, you know, the future plans, the milestones we have, and all that sort of stuff.